Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I've got my Husqvarna 3120. I put some new crank seals in it. I went through the carb one more time. I'm really hoping today is the day where it's going to run right and make a few like full cuts without having the issue that it was having. And what was happening was it was going lean on the high end, and it's got that fixed jet in it. If you missed those last couple videos, I've been trying to figure it out now for the last couple times. After I rebuilt the saw and did all the stuff to it, put the upgraded flywheel, coil, unlimited, did some other things to it, drilled out the limited high jet, it had ran really good. I used it to cut down a gigantic oak tree, which I'm about to go make a couple cuts on. If you missed that video, go check it out. But I'm going to see if we can't get a full day's use out of this saw today, and if not a full day's use, at least a couple hours after work here, and try to get some wood cut up. Welcome to Man Time. Alright, so I'm getting the saw all fueled up and putting some bar oil in it and just getting it ready for a few big cuts. And what I'm thinking is, I've got a section of this tree that I'm not planning on milling. I do want to get that chainsaw mill set up, but I am running out of time here with springtime all around. I'm getting my bar oil filled up here. And I don't know if anybody else watches Project Farm, but man, ever since that guy did a video on the different bar oils, he did a really good test. And this Harvest King, like, it came out as one of the best kind of all-around bar oils, and it's the cheapest one in the lot, you know. So all of a sudden, everybody around here, apparently I'm not the only one that watches it. I'm sure some of you guys watch it too. A lot of helpful tips and tricks there. But I went and picked up like 2 or 3 of these a few months ago after that video. It's probably been 4 months now, whatever it is, and got like a bunch of them. I've already drained one. This one's empty. I used to get the nice, expensive Oregon brand, but after seeing that video, I was like, well, I'll just switch to this stuff. Well, I emptied this one, and then I've got another one that I've almost emptied up where I'm doing the log land and all the firewood up there. And so I went back there. They were completely sold out. So thanks, Project Farm, making it harder for the rest of us. Of course, I would have never started buying it, you know, if it wasn't for Project Farm doing that. But anyways, I've got a section of this trunk where all the limbs were coming off of. It's going to be super knotty and burly. It would look really good for like a coffee table or something like that. I'm going to try to kind of freehand some slabs out of it with this saw. Hopefully, if it runs right. Let's start it up, and let me show you, before we even go put it in the wood here, that it is, in fact, actually running right. And it does hit that high limit pretty easily. Go. Alright, well, as you saw there, it hits that high, limited high jet limiter, which is the fuel dumping in, you know, before it just zings to the moon. It hits that pretty easy. And this is the piece of the log I was talking about, where I took this slab off, which was basically 2 pieces of limb coming off of the trunk, with this saw, and it did it, you know, pretty handily. I am actually excited to run the 660. I'm probably gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna make that its own video or not, but let's see if we can't make some hay with this here. I'm thinking maybe just a 4-foot long chunk and then start cutting slabs off of it. Yeah, So maybe cutting it like right about here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's cut it right about there and just kind of see what happens. Yeah, let's just go like right here. This looks good. All right, will it restart? Hit the other side. Alright, still running okay, hasn't blown up. Started to do the thing again. Huh. Well, yeah, I can't rightly say what's going on with it. It does seem like it's running cooler. But it was still doing that same thing toward the end of a long cut there, where it kind of starts bogging down. Yeah, I don't know that I trust it yet. Even with the new crank seals, it seems to be revving higher at times when it gets hot. So maybe I need to drill out that limited high jet one more. Huh. I don't know. I think I'm going to grab the 660 just to be safe. I want to run that anyway. Why not? Man, I love seeing these spring colors starting to come through. So nice. Okay, I want to try the 660 in some of this bigger wood. I actually, the other day, I made a ripping chain for this, I think. Basically just taking, what I did was I found basically the cheapest chain online, because I'm not going to use a ripping chain hardly at all. This is probably the cheapest chain online too. But what I did was, instead of filing it like at a 30 degree, I filed it more like at a 5 or 10 degree against the tooth. So I think I'll be able to rip it a lot easier. But this is just the regular chain. And I want to cut off this here. And I want to see if this timing advance is going to do what I think it's going to do, which is make it much more grunty in the cut. Hopefully. Let's try it out. That felt like a success to me. What do you guys think down there in the comments? Time in advance, worth it? Oh, she's a big boy. That's a big boy. I think I'm batting about 500 here, at least. I do want to tighten up this chain a little bit. This was definitely that's the strongest this saw has felt, and it's not. Well, I rattled out a cover bolt right there, but that is the strongest this saw has felt, and I'm definitely happy with that. Tighten up this chain a bit. And then let's do a ripping cut here. And compared to the last several videos where this has been doing ripping cuts, let's see how it does. If this top cover rattles off, I guess this is what it is, I guess. Ooh. Well, that was a big old win. G660 with a timing advance, holy smokes. It completely woke up. Completely woke up. If you're seeing this saw for the first time, it's never ran like that. It's never been that strong in the cut. Wow. Wow. Alright, I'm definitely going to have to dig in here and fix that oiling now so it oils better. Because this thing has just become a key player in my arsenal thanks to that time in advance. If you missed that video, go back and check it out. Did a time in advance on this one. Stopped a little short because I was like, how much is it really going to do, you know? But the proof is definitely in the pudding. Time in advance does a whole lot. So, there you go. Anyways, that's going to do it for today on Man Time. You'll like this type of video, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe down there below. And get out there, have you some Man Time too.